How to target your dream customer. This is my favorite part, probably my favorite part of the whole course. So let's just sort of recap a little bit here. Our bait is now ready. At least by this point, you should have your bait ready. Your funnel's built, ready to go. Your ad and the copy's made. You've made the copy and set up the custom audiences for your retargeting ads. Your ad's ready to go. It's connected to your custom conversion. Everything should be ready to go. All right. Now, what's left is choosing your targeting and your split test and just hit and go, running the ads. So that's what we're going to do now. All right. So now it's time to choose our targeting so we can run the ad, so we can get going. So remember, and I want to remind you guys of this. Once you find a winning audience, it's Profit City. All right. So trying a few different things is totally okay. Not everything will work for everyone. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars to know an audience is failing. You only need to spend $5 or $10 and you know whether that's going to work or not. All right. So I want to remind you guys, you don't know the winner, because remember, that's the whole point of what we're doing here. I'm not telling you, hey, this is click here, click there, make money. I'm showing you a process in which you can get as close as possible, test and find the winner, and then you take that winner and you take advantage of it and you scale it up and you make money. So you don't know the winner, and neither do I, but I know how to find the winner, and that's what I'm going to teach you. All right. So here's my little pyramid. I've often referred in the past to this as the Jedi targeting trick. And the reason I do that is because I love Star Wars, and I just like to use any excuse to use the word Jedi. That's it. No special sauce behind that. All right. So this is how I can most easily explain how I look at targeting. The easiest way to target your potential customers is by targeting competitors. Competitors are not always available, though. Maybe you're in a weird niche, maybe competitors just aren't there. But when they are, that's the easiest, because if somebody likes your competitor and they've engaged with your competitor, that means they want your product. And a lot of people kind of, mess this up. Like, let's say you're a dentist, right? And you, because I use competitor loosely. I don't mean, none of, Joe's Dental that's 2 doors down from me or down the street in my city is not listed in Facebook interest, so I can't target my competitors. That's no. Invisalign. Everybody knows what Invisalign is. It's that that stuff you put in your mouth. It's like a clear braces. All right. I know that's not a dentist, but it sells dental stuff. So it's in the context of what I'm talking about, it's a competitor. So if you choose, people in this age range that live in your town that like Invisalign, they're probably interested in dental care. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I mean by competitors. All right. Don't take the word competitor so literally. Then you have interests, and interests are harder, sometimes available. A lot of times they are. So interests could be something like, braces, or, something very common, like, braces, or flossing or something. And then what's even harder is demographics, which would just be like, people in this age range that live in this city. I try to go for competitors, then I go for interest, and I go for demographics. And I'm going to explain why it's easy, harder. Okay. So let's use an example. If you sell dog products, if somebody likes PetSmart, okay, that means they like a store that sells pet products. So they specifically have engaged and like a brand that sells stuff that you're buying because you sell dog products. All right. So this is great. This is fantastic. This is exactly who I would go for. Uh, in interests, there might be dogs. Now, here's why this is not as good. So you're on Facebook and you target somebody in the targeting section under dogs. Well, maybe that person just likes dog movies and they don't have a dog because they're allergic or whatever. You don't know. And it's really an algorithm. And I'm going to get into the whole algorithm versus fact thing in a moment. But, it's a much, much more general way to target. And then, of course, you could also say, well, if you're female and you're 30 to 40, that means you probably have kids. You could also put in here parents and you're married. You probably have a dog. So that's even looser. Okay. But if we just target friggin' PetSmart, we know they're interested in pet products. We don't need to talk about dogs. We know they're interested in dog products. Okay. We know that. Okay. So that's what I would go for first as competitors. Okay. All right. But if you sell fitness products, same thing. Jillian Michaels, she's a popular, you don't have to target another personal trainer in your city. You target somebody like Jillian Michaels. Jillian Michaels sells fitness products. You sell fitness products. Maybe you're a personal trainer. Maybe you sell a health book or a health course or a fitness course or whatever. This is what I mean by competitor. Okay. So then interest, gym or dumbbell. Could targeting gym or dumbbell work? Yeah, I guess maybe it could. Probably not. Or definitely not as good as targeting competitor. And then you could say like demographics, male, female, 21 to 30. These are probably the people most likely to work out. This is not going to work very well. So that's another example. So let's say you sell tax planning. Now, ideally, if there was like a famous tax guy, that would be the person you'd want to go after. I don't think there is a famous tax guy, or at least I don't know of one. So I just put that in there. But another thing is TurboTax. Everybody knows what TurboTax is. So if you target somebody that likes TurboTax, that's a competitor. All right. Maybe you're a tax planner. Maybe you're a tax lawyer. Maybe you do taxes. Okay. This is a great way to target them. All right. Maybe they're sick of TurboTax. Maybe it's a pain in the ass and they want somebody to do it for them, whatever. All right. Another one would be for interest would be like taxes, which is taxes. Okay. And I'm going to show you in a minute why interests are not as good as competitors. And then of course you have demographics, small business owner. Small business owners definitely need tax services. All right. But again, go after TurboTax, and you can mix and match these too. Like you can actually, I've seen people and myself have success, going after, a mix and match of demographics of small business owners, but they also like TurboTax. So if you sell internet marketing products like I do, Amy Porterfield, she's super famous in the internet marketing world because she has a popular podcast. And she sells internet marketing products. She sells, I think she has a Facebook ads course. I could be wrong. I think she does. But I know she has a webinar course, and that's like her big thing. Everybody that runs webinars runs the Amy Porterfield webinar. So I know she has that. Or you could do interests like internet marketing, which I never do that. I go after like Amy or Mario Folio or Derek Halpern or whatever. And then of course you have demographics, people who list their profession as online marketer. Again, I skip past all this because listen, if somebody likes Amy Porterfield, they're probably a flippin' online marketer. Okay. Who the hell would like Amy Porterfield that isn't an online marketer or at least interested in it? Who would like PetSmart that doesn't own a dog or buys dog products? Who would like Jillian Michaels who's not interested in some sort of weight loss? Who the hell would like TurboTax that has never done anything with taxes? Okay, you see what I'm saying? All right. So let me show you an example of narrowing your audiences. So this is what you see inside of the targeting. When you're selecting targeting in the ad set level of the Power Editor. you're going to have, select detailed targeting, and that's what you're going to see here. So let's say you sell a tax product for internet marketers that own their own home. Maybe it's like how to use, or well, that's your bait. How to use your home, how to use, how to save a ton of money on your taxes using your mortgage, especially if you're an internet marketer or something like that. So first, we target people that like Amy Porterfield. So they're probably interested in internet marketing, or they're an internet marketer, or they're trying to learn it, whatever. And must also match. So you just hit the narrow button, see, narrow further. And must also match at least one of the following additional interests. So this time I use interest. I'm sorry, they're all interest. Don't get confused between the two. I just did. Just because it says interest here, it doesn't mean it's an interest. Amy Porterfield is a competitor. All right. To me, an interest is like internet marketing, dogs. So don't get the two mixed up. This is just what it's listed as in the Facebook ads targeting. But I call this a competitor. So people like Amy Porterfield, but they also like Mint.com, QuickBooks, or TurboTax, or they have an interest, and this would be an interest, accounting software, and exclude people who demographically are shown as renters. All right. Or you could even do homeowners, include as homeowners. You can experiment. But that's how you would narrow your audience to really laser target it. Now, let's talk about fact versus algorithm and why competitors are better and why this works. You have two ways to target, two ways that Facebook evaluates interests or targeting, and that is fact-based and algorithm-based. Fact-based, like Amy Porterfield, Mint.com, QuickBooks, Turbo, these competitors, what fact-based means is if you're targeting people that like Amy Porterfield, that means someone has physically clicked the like button on Amy Porterfield's page, or on Mint.com's page, or on QuickBooks page, or on TurboTax. It is a fact that person, okay, that person likes these specific brands or people. That's a fact. Algorithm-based means it's Facebook's best guess based on some algorithm that we don't have any clue how it works. So for instance, maybe if somebody interacted with several of these brands, Facebook would put them in this category of liking accounting software. Maybe. I don't know. I've never been to Facebook headquarters and they've never shown me the brain, so I don't know. And that's what I don't like about that. I don't know. This is fact-based. This is algorithm-based. Again, demographics, renters. Do you really think Facebook knows beyond a shadow of a doubt if someone's a renter? No. They use an algorithm. They basically say, based on your behavior, we think you're a renter. They don't know. All right. It's like Google's algorithm. We see how that's gone the past 10 years. All right. So basically what I'm saying here is that the more you use fact-based targeting, the more I think that you're going to find success quicker, because okay, whoever I'm targeting right now likes Amy Porterfield. I know that. Or they like Mint.com. I know that. Versus something like renters. I'm not saying these don't work. I've used these and they have worked. Don't get me wrong. But I find quicker success when I use fact-based. So with algorithm-based, you're saying, okay, I'm targeting people that Facebook thinks are renters, or excluding people that Facebook thinks are renters. Gee golly, I hope Facebook is right. So I just want you to understand the difference between fact-based and algorithm-based, all right? And how that can affect your targeting. All right, so to delve a little further into this, example of competitors versus interest versus demo. So obviously, Amy Porterfield, okay, is a competitor because she's a person that sells something. All right. She's an actual brand. So is Mint, QuickBooks, and TurboTax. Interests would be accounting software. And demographics would be renters. Now, just to clarify, competitors are always fact-based and interests are always algorithm-based. But demographics can be fact or algorithm based. And what I mean by that is if you're selecting renters, that means that it's a demographic, but how the hell is Facebook going to know if it's a renter? They're guessing. However, if you choose 21 to 25, Facebook knows because you enter your age when you sign up for your Facebook profile, or lives in this zip code. Facebook knows that because you put that information in, and they know based on your geolocation. Okay. So demographics can be fact or algorithm. And honestly, you can use common sense to know which one is which. 21 to 25 or male or female. Okay, if you target male, you're targeting male. But if you target homeowners or renters or likely to buy a home, that's obviously algorithm. That's their best guess. Somebody that has a birthday within a week, which is currently listed in targeting, that's fact because Facebook knows what your birthday is because you enter it in. Yeah, I'm sure there's that 0.001% of people that put the wrong birthday, but it's negligible, so we won't even talk about that. But again, use common sense to know the difference. All right. So I'm just giving you an idea of what, how this really affects your targeting. All right. So let's look at some targeting examples. Let's say you sell dog products. You use the competitor method, PetSmart. So there's 6.5 million people that like PetSmart. And under detailed targeting in your Power Editor or in your ad set, your ad set, which is your audience level, the second level in your Power Editor, you would select interests PetSmart. So this means people are interested in the brand PetSmart. They've engaged with it. Now also, it says employers PetSmart. Don't get that confused because you can actually target people that work for PetSmart. So maybe you're selling a product like, hey, come to work for us instead of PetSmart. You can actually do that. So now, let's say, for instance, you want to target people. Let's say you're a dog walker and you want to target people because you want to walk their dog. Female, 25 to 35, and then you can split that stat in different whatever. Small business owner that lives within 5 miles of my city. So now you've targeted people that likes PetSmart. So now you like people that have a dog or have a pet of some kind. You could also do maybe you could add who also likes Caesar Milan, which if they like Caesar Milan and they like PetSmart, they most likely specifically have a dog. See how that works? Because Caesar Milan's the dog whisperer, who is a small business owner. That means they're busy. Who lives in your city, which means, well, they live in your city. And you target them and you're like, blah, 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 I'm a dog walker. So that's just some more brain food for you to see how you can mix and match interest, demographics, competitors, fact-based, algorithm-based, how you can mix that for whatever product you're selling. Okay, let's take a look at some more targeting examples. Chiropractic targeting using the interest method. So location, United States, you have your city name plus say 10 miles. All right. Ages 42 to 50. Now you're going to do several split tests of these demographics because I like to split test demographics. I'm going to show you how to do that here in the following lessons. Let's say gender, female, language, English. So maybe you don't want to deal with Spanish speaking people because your ad is in English, whatever. People who match. Interests, back pain, low back pain, chiropractor, sciatica, back pain, behaviors, pain relief. So this is pretty much all algorithm based. But it's an attempt to sort of narrow down people that live in this city that are female that would most likely be interested in a chiropractor. Or you could just straight up go by demographics and you could do people who have a high income per se. And again, this is still algorithm based. So you don't want to deal with people who, and instead of doing the income, you could do people who have certain jobs, or people that own their own home, because you could say, or people that like Home Depot. 'Cause think about it. If you like Home Depot, chances are you're a homeowner. And then you could also like exclude self-employed, or you could exclude people that list their profession as contractors. That way you're not getting contractors who might like Home Depot. Because if you're not a contractor and you like Home Depot, you're probably a homeowner. You can do all kinds of combinations. But the thing is, you only have to spend a few dollars on each one until you start seeing results, and then you can really go after it. I'm going to show you how to do that again in the coming lesson. I'm just giving you some examples, some brain food. If you have no results within 500 impressions, or 500 reach, as some people know it as, you want to try something different. All right. I call it the 500 rule. Just made that up. All right. Again, dog training, same thing. Let's say you're a dog trainer. Okay. City name, 10 miles, is your age, is your gender, who match. I actually meant to change this. This was, I meant to put Caesar Milan, Jillian Michaels, all that stuff. And I covered that earlier. In slide, actually. So I don't even need this slide.